he still hasn't responded about the T Grizzly paperwork.
Well, no, listen. So he went on Vlad. So I see Vlad at the ticker down there. He went on Vlad about 2 weeks ago and doubled down. Well, I guess now it's a triple down because he went on. No, it's a quadruple down now, bro. Because he went from Clubhouse to Adam 22, from Adam 22 to academics, and now from academics as far as major platforms to Vlad. And on Vlad, he said he reiterated that same bullshit about the fake paperwork, Tony Johnson, all this other kind of shit. He ignored the fact that when I was on academics, we exposed the fact that the second piece of paperwork, that the second document, was a California State of Appeal document. And so the question was asked, Baby Shooter hasn't been arrested, he hasn't been arraigned, he hasn't been tried, and he hasn't been convicted. So how in the world do we get to the appellate court? How are we filing motions in the California State of Appeal court, the second district? How we get there when he ain't even been tried and convicted for the shit? He's hoping. Listen, DZ, I'm sorry to say, bro. The average motherfucker operating the YouTube streets, them motherfuckers are stupid as a motherfucker, man. That's the only excuse and explanation that you can give or that you can offer to explain why so many people are caught up in this motherfucker's bullshit. There's no other reason. So you got motherfuckers on here pretending to be everything. And so they can't readily understand when they being lied to. That's the problem. You got motherfuckers on here. Anybody can get on YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody can say they're a journalist. Anybody can say they're a podcaster. If you got a cell phone and if you got an Android, you're a podcaster, right? You're not doing no, and that's the thing, DZ. And we talked about this before about the line, the invisible line between traditional journalists and podcasters and YouTubers who call themselves, who fancy themselves as journalists and as podcasters, online podcasters. A lot of them motherfuckers, bro, I hate to say it, because I don't like to seem like a big eye and little you type shit when it comes to YouTube shit. But DZ, them motherfuckers are not you. They don't even qualify to be speaking on this shit. They are not you. Period. And I ain't just blowing smoke up your ass. No Diddy. Pause. Right? I'm
Solid,
telling you, yeah. I don't even say no Diddy because I ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no sissy, so I don't even. But just for the purposes, you know how motherfuckers have to grab shit and run with this shit, right?
Yeah.
They not you, bro. They not you. They ain't doing no research. They ain't reading no transcripts. They ain't comparing no notes. They ain't doing shit. They just simply just following the leader, bro. Most of these motherfuckers are hoping that they can get called up to an academics, hoping they'll get called up to a Vlad. I've been offered to go on Vlad 3 or 4 times in the last month, and I've turned each time down because I don't see how going on Vlad. I mean, going on, not Vlad, Adam 22 on No Jumper. I don't see how what No Jumper does, how it enhances or how it even plays to what I got going on, man. I've been offered 3 times to go up to see Adam and interview with Adam, and I could have been on there, but I turned it down.
Yeah, it's like you understand that it's not really beneficial to you to go on his platform. It's like when you was doing your thing and you was letting Act know what type of individual he was. He ran a play on Act and said somebody's going to get under lives from this situation to get Act to stop communicating with you on some sucker shit.
On some sucker shit. And listen, at first he said that T Grizzly trying to use you to blow this dog face guy up. I'm already on fire. What are you talking about? That's number one. Number two, when that didn't work and he kept on running that content, then it's, somebody go get unalived.
Yeah.
But he's the same person who would accuse somebody else of being a snitch if they were to get online talking like that, right? When he said, me and T Grizzly, we didn't even feed into that shit, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even feed into it. Gonna get what? Bro, listen, anytime the WACK100s feel like he really want to step up and be a man, I'll fade him in. And I've already put them, he already owes us money anyway. So when he see me, he gonna have to see me. He already owes us money for the fake paperwork shit. So when he see me, he gonna have to see me, dude. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know he do ass betting, all the time. He's not paying
no
nothing.
Diddy. That ain't even, and that's no Diddy. He asked 3-finger Wack He loved to toot his ass up in the air. He loved that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, he ain't paying nobody. It's like a lot of pump faking. And from the situation when him getting caught out there with the T Grizzly fake paperwork, he comes right back with this. And for somebody to try to prove to the people so hard that these phone calls that he set up was in a play and that he's not cooperating, it lets you know for sure that he's cooperating.
Absolutely, I agree. And I watched the show earlier, and I watched the show yesterday. I watched the show yesterday where you were breaking everything down. Who in the world, what grown man who in his late 40s, early 50s, go out their way to try to prove it? I mean, if you say I did it, produce paperwork, when did we take it from there? I'm not going to jump through all these hoops and go through all these elaborate schemes to try to prove shit to you.
Yeah, he's trying to go hard to prove something, and then he's like making fake documents to prove it, and it just makes you look like you are what the people think you are.
Jeezy, you know, like I know, that WACK 100, he is more dangerous. Now I ain't gonna say dangerous. WACK 100, he is worse for urban media. He's worse for, bro. Listen, there's no. We can complain about the Tonight Jakes. We can complain about the Adam 22s and that Jerry Springer ass shit he got going on with no jumper. We can even complain about Vlad TV and all the shit that Vlad does, right? But we don't expect much from them because they're not really of and from our culture, and they're not us, right? We look at everything with a hint of skepticism because they white, right? Adam, Tonight Jake, Vlad, they're white. So when we're listening to them, we're listening to them with a skeptic ear anyway because they're not white, even if they have it a part of the culture, right? But we look at everything they say through rose tinted glasses. When it comes to somebody like Wack, reason why he's dangerous, these, and we discussed this before, is because he looks just like us. He sounds just like us. And so people from where we from, we just know that he ain't playing with no legal documents like that. One, because who the fuck does that? Number two, if it's a matter of public record, it's too easy to discover that that you lying.
Yeah.
We motherfuckers like I can't believe you do that, because if he has the documents, everybody can get the documents through the Freedom of Information Act, the Open Discovery Act. So the fact that he's willing to go through these links, like you so eloquently articulated, kind of prove or disprove whether he's a rat or not, and then he uses fake documents to try to make his point, bro. He gotta think everybody's stupid, bro. He has to believe that everybody is dumb as a motherfucker, because the documents that you're introducing, they're a matter of public record. So anybody can go get them. And like you just said, once you go to big use case on Pacer, if it hasn't been redacted, or if it hasn't been what's the word they use for
sealed.
If it hasn't been sealed, and I'm aware that some of the stuff has been sealed.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you, DZ, a lot of big used paperwork has been sealed, right?
Yeah, whole bunch of it.
Okay. So if big used paperwork, if it's motions and the briefs and everything that's been filed, if it's under seal, what the fuck the WACK 100? We know it's a and listen, we know it's a fake document.
Yeah.
But I want to offer you something else. If Big U's transcripts and court documents surrounding his indictment under his RICO, if they're sealed by the federal government, how the fuck does WACK 100 get his hands on them? So he admitted that he a rat, so disprove that he a rat.
Yeah.
How do you get some shit that's sealed?
Yeah, and he's acting like he got the documents, and when you go look on there, you can't even access none of those documents. And then he's acting like he has the witness list, and you can't even access that. And furthermore, if they're keeping everybody confidential, why would they put it on Pacer for anybody to see it?
Where would he get the witness list from? Where will you get these reports that have been that are under seal? Where you getting this
Yeah.
shit from? And
Yeah.
it don't take no rocket science though. This shit got to be fake for one, because most of the documents on Big U case are under seal. So
Yeah.
where would you get this document from? Gave it to you. He always legal got legal. What legal? Name your lawyer who was able to get, because now you finna tell your lawyer. Name the lawyer who was able to get a document that's supposed to be under seal by the federal government. What lawyer got you that?
Yeah. He just thinks everybody's dumb. And
Yes.
for him to try to act like he has it. And then the guy that, supposedly allegedly slapped him at the concert, now he's saying that guy, Tiny Draws, is inside of the paperwork as snitching. And, it's just like there's certain people that he likes to point out. He likes to get loud like this so that the feds can hear him. So it's like certain names that he wants to throw out there for like the people to, start saying things so that the feds can be paying attention to what they saying on the internet. And he just does it so blatantly that you can already tell what's going on with him.
Absolutely. Can you hear me, Easy?
Yeah.
You just said it. I don't got to repeat it. I concur. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't got to repeat it. What you just said is just what it is, man. He has a track record now. He has a track record with everything that he does. When it comes to putting out fake paperwork, he starts on Clubhouse with them idiots down there. And then he's able to get a Christopher Lovejoy, one of the other dumbass niggas, to kind of like shoot it to Instagram.
Flacco.
These man, give me a headache. You mention these niggas' names, right?
Yeah, hey, listen.
Of course, he gonna get Shetty Nash, bitch ass, Poetic Flacco, slow ass, Christopher Lovejoy, glass jaw, fight throwing, Don King, taker on minute number 2 of the third round, just fall out. And listen, he able to. Listen, he go from Clubhouse to Instagram to post. He goes from that. Hopefully, he's drummed up enough publicity for it to go to Adam 22. Once Adam pick it up, you know that Vlad is going to pick it up and Academics is going to pick it up. That's his rank. That's how he does what he does.
I think with this paperwork that he's putting out there now, Adam, Academics, and none of them, they didn't want to take this one.
They ain't touching that shit.
Yeah, we not going to take this one. You go ahead and keep that one.
They're not touching that shit at all. They're not touching that shit at all.
So did Jay Prince respond on his on Wack's Instagram?
No, he responded. He did. He was interviewed about it. And
Okay.
then he was interviewed about. See, he took the fake paperwork, and put it up and tried to point to Wack as a rat. And then he took the interview and said, "Hey, listen, but the whole thing, Jay Prince, why you bite down on some shit fake? You can listen to that phone call with that lady and tell that's not a federal agent.
Yeah,
that's who it would have been. And that's not a. The feds don't call and talk open ended like that.
They coming to see you.
Since when do the feds do over the phone interviews, bro?
Yeah.
If they wanted to talk to you, they would have sent an agent to your house, or they would have asked you or summoned you to come in to sit before a grand jury. They don't make no phone calls and do no open-ended shit. That ain't what Nick, raise your hand if you stupid enough to believe that dumbass shit.
It don't even go like that.
It don't even go like that. And you ain't got to be a Fed baby. What movie have you seen the feds? Hey, Mr. Man, I'm a federal agent, blah, blah, blah. And I have questions for you. One, and don't forget, he supposed to be a streetwise, gang-banging, Pacoma Pyru nigga who been in prison, been involved with all kind of indictments and shit like that. Bro, I'm not having no conversation with no bitch over no phone. How you gonna verify that this bitch is a federal agent? He set all that up, like you said, to make it appear as if he wasn't cooperating and to make it appear as if they were interested in what he had to say. He's trying to, it's like 3-card Molly, Deezy. It's 3-card Molly. He moving around, sleight of hand. He's trying to shoot you this way, but he really going that way with his play.
Yeah. That shit he doing, and it's self-explanatory when you look at it. He done it so many times now, you can like see it clear as day. And from, him dealing with Vlad and Adam and, pushing it through them, it make their platforms look like, they're compromised and they're willing to, lie for Wack just for the money, which is like real goofy.
And
You
listen,
know?
fuck them. Easy. It doesn't make it look like that. That's what it is. I don't know what he has on academics. I don't know what information he's holding on Adam 22. I don't know what information he has on a Vlad. And maybe Vlad just going for the views because it's drummed up enough publicity for him to care about it. But I don't know what the problem is, but I definitely believe that he has some Epstein file type shit, some Diddy file type shit on some of these motherfucking podcasters. Now, the YouTube niggas that he got, the death of the clout chaser bitch ass nigga, and the rest of them cock sucking ass niggas, I know that he really owns their pages.
Yeah.
So they're forced to do, and he splits the revenue with them, the monthly revenue with them. So they're forced to just come with it. Deezy, man, come on, bro.
It's like some form of extortion that he's doing to them people.
It is extortion.
Yeah.
It is, because nothing else makes sense. Why would academics in Adam 22 allow him to commandeer their platforms like that and allow him to spin these narratives that they themselves have not fact checked? They haven't done their due diligence. They haven't done anything. And academics ain't just academics. Academics got the whole chat. The same chat who said that, hey man, get rid of this nigga Wack. I mean, because he breaking down the integrity of the platform. And Adam 22 has a whole legion of motherfuckers who work up there who could have easily did some research in order to determine about whether or not what he was saying was true or not. These motherfuckers are not just anybody's on YouTube. They're millionaires based off YouTube content. They did absolutely no research, no due diligence whatsoever. So what would make you expose yourself like that? What would make you what would make you expose the platform that you built without any help whatsoever from Wack? What would make you put your own credibility on the line like that? It gotta be some there to it.
Yeah. It gotta be. And this is what we seeing. And with him doing what he's doing, you can't say nothing but what it is. He's the police. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely police. And listen, I will bet my right hand that WACK100 is actively involved with feeding local, state, federal law enforcement with information about crimes.
Yeah.
And about players. I'm willing to bet you that that nigga, WACK100 way worse than Lil Woody.
Yeah.
The YSL thing. He way worse than Lil Woody.
I agree. And he don't say nothing back to Woody. Woody start calling him a rat. He don't want to say nothing back and forth with him because now you got somebody that is a rat being able to identify who you are. It's like you can't go ahead and use that, oh, you just a rat. We all know he a rat. He done admitted to it. So now him calling you the same thing or even worse, you can't even challenge the man.
Can't challenge him, man. When you got a rat calling you a rat, that's a rat ass shit. That's double ratting. That's rat times two. You hear me?
Shit crazy. But the shit that he's doing, it really, lets everybody know that he's looking for that kind of attention, but trying to hide who he is.
Yeah.
And I think with the Big U face, it's gonna come out because he knows that he's all through the case because he's had contact with Dale. That's victim number one. He's had contact with Molly Mall. That's victim number two, the guy with the studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's had contact with Loose Cannon. These are like all the main players that's right under Big U. So from him having the contact with all of these individuals and Molly and Dale, the star witnesses, and their contacting Wack, you know damn well. I feel like Wack has, gave the feds information about Marley and Dale while he was working the case to get the information out of Loose. And by the feds getting the information from Wack, because Wack was communicating with those individuals, they were able to go to those individuals and let them know the details that they know from hearing it from Wack. And that there made it where as though they knew that the feds knew what was going on because of the details of Wack providing the information.
You just said it, DZ. You just said it, right? Let me reiterate it for you. There is no way when you examine WACK 100's role in helping to take down Big U, whether you call it a takedown or whether you just say he was just around right place, right time, that was a takedown. I'm calling it a takedown. I'm saying it was a takedown. It was an orchestrated takedown of Big U. Now, did Big U make mistakes? Of course he did. But WACK 100, he made sure that he isolated and pointed out those mistakes to law enforcement. And I believe that he encouraged law enforcement to press forward on the indictment of Big U. Loose Cannon, stupid ass, bitch ass nigga. He deserves everything he get. Now you say, well, Dogface, we ain't wish no jail on nobody. I said what the fuck I said. Loose Cannon is sitting in the federal holding facility right now because of his own admission of guilt of crimes committed.
Yeah.
You let the Pocono Pike rule trick your neighborhood crip ass into talking about crimes, and he tricked you in such a way to where you thought you was making content. You made content, all right. You made some content, all right, you dumbass nigga. You contented your way right into a goddamn RICO act. But you just said it. There's no way that WACK 100 can't be a part of the trial. There's no way that he won't be a part of the witness. Listen, if he's not a part of the witness list, then he's a rat. And he's still working. Because there's no way, when you look at his position and his relationship with all the central figures that you just named, there's no way he can't be a witness. Because Wack is the one who interviewed Loose Cannon. He's the one who convinced and prodded Loose Cannon to do what he did. He's the one who interviewed the Crip who said this and the family members who said that. He's the one who got all these documents by his own admission. He got all these secret squirrel-ass documents and gave them to 15, 16 podcasters trying to convince them to push it so it won't look it came from him. There's no way he can't be part of the trial because he's been involved with too much shit. And he's been up close and personal with too much of the shit that they talked about happened that was against the law. He got to be a star. He is the little Wooey of the Big U case.
Yeah. Ran around with that man for 13 months, getting information. And, I played the other day when both of them called and, tried to get me to stop talking before they got loose. And, him and Wack was acting like they knew where the victim was that they beat up. And, they was acting like, they was partners. But as soon as Loose Cannon went down, the first thing Wack did was say that man's a devil and that he was trying to set him up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's like, it seems like it's the norm now for, these individuals to like lie and run plays. It's like everybody has to lie and manipulate the content because they're not that in real life. They wasn't that, they're not that. So it's like the liar and the manipulator is the ones that's getting paid attention to.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you something, DZ. Listen, so listen, you hitting every fucking key point right now. Listen, bro. In the world of content creation, bro, we're never in a drought because people are always doing dumb shit. Black people as a whole, they always doing stupid, dumb shit. So there's never a drought for shit to talk about. Whether it's sports, generalized entertainment, politics, where there's always some crazy shit going on. We're never at a shortage for content. So when you find people who are, like you just said, who are fabricating shit for the purposes of trying to create a story, you gotta look at what the intent behind that really is. Motherfuckers are not fabricating shit just because there's a reason, there's a rhyme to that. There's an understanding to that. There's an issue with that.
And they just doing it at will. And it's like you can't even believe these guys. When these certain individuals are, talking about certain things, I can't take them serious. The same as with Vlad today. Vlad puts out there today that, he's been being paid by Rock Nation, and that Jay-Z's been paying him to run the narrative on Megan Thee Stallion's side, and and then turns around and says he was just being sarcastic, and it was all just content. So it's like you can't even take these people serious because they all lying and manipulating for content.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I know what it was because what it is, what Vlad put out there earlier is just it is a summary of everything that people have been saying, typically since the Tory Lane situation. He just summarized all the accusations, and what people think they know about what happened with that situation. So when I saw that shit, I immediately knew it was clickbait. It was a way for him to run the algorithm up, put his name in the algorithm.
Yeah, and I feel like either he's about to do something or drop an interview with somebody that he wants everybody to pay attention to, for him to at this specific time to say what he's saying and get everybody clicking. Because and the reason why I definitely feel like it's cap is because why would he put it right out and then retract right when he puts it out? So it's like, if you put something out, you would at least give it some time to linger. You know what I mean? He didn't give it no time to linger. It was because that is what people have been speculating, and it was going to draw the attention to him. And everybody, definitely took to it. And millions of people paid attention to it. So we see that it's like all cap at this time, man. And I really don't believe nothing that they say at this point, man. You went out, dog face. Yeah. Yeah, Dogface got a call. But I really don't believe anything that they say at this point.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Sorry, I had a call came in. So listen, bro. DZ, everything you're hitting, you ain't giving me no room to breathe here. You're hitting every motherfucking point back to back to back like a sharpshooter in World War II. You're a fucking sniper with this shit.
Yeah, man.
DZ, listen. There's a concerted effort amongst the people who are occupying the top of the totem pole, bro. All you had to do was look at the Aiden Ross shit. They all down there together. WACK100, Charleston White, Aiden Ross. They all down there together, bro. This shit is a shit show. This shit is WWE. And that's why people tend to not take the rank and file podcaster or YouTuber or commentator seriously, because motherfuckers believe this shit is all it running plays on the whole fucking on everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They running plays on the whole thing. These is a bunch of bullshit. And that's why when I be watching your shit, I know when I wake up in the morning, these didn't put belt to ass. Right? I know that. Right. I watch DZ because DZ gonna put belt to ass. Simple as that.
Yeah. And we're gonna keep it real. All that shit that they doing for content. Now we're gonna build this thing off of being authentic, And it's like a lot of people feel like they gotta, manipulate the people for people to pay attention. And maybe it works for them, but I'm not built like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna continue to be how I am.
I mean, it is what it is, because listen, I just told you, DZ, that when all this shit hit the fan, it's gonna hit the fan this year. People, you have an archive of information that spells things out in meticulous detail, bro. When this shit hit the fan, All they got to do is go back into SBTV and roll the tape. Simple as that.